Hello guys, MMA RPP here with my first video, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the UFC Fight Night 144. I'm going to review these 5 fights. I think they are the main card fights. So the first one is going to be Justin Ledet versus Johnny Walker. Justin Ledet, starting with him, is a former heavyweight. So this takes in my mind. Now I'm thinking, how fast is this guy gonna be in the 205 division? He has only one loss, as you can see. It's one decision loss. He's mainly winning with submissions, and he's fighting like his camp is the Gracie Barra in Texas. So he's a blue belt in BJJ, but as you can see, his submission wins. He's beating people with submissions, and he has a lot of he has some experience in the UFC. As you can see, he has I feel like 4 fights, 3 wins, and 1 loss. Now, in my opinion, this is just a stepping stone for one of the new prospects in that division. And Joe Rogan talked about this guy, Johnny Walker. Johnny Walker is an incredible fighter. He's a former champion. I'm not sure, but I think he was a jungle champion, or immortal somewhere. He was a champion in a Brazilian promotion. This guy is incredible. If you have watched his highlights, fights or something, he's explosive. He's always going for the finish. If he takes you down, he's going to ground and pound you, and he is going to elbow your head. He's going to knee your body. He's going to just try to just destroy you. Yeah, that's a little bit reckless. As you can see, he's getting KO'd sometimes, but that was early in his career. Some people are comparing him to John Jones. He's really tall. His elbow, his creativity with elbows is really similar. The guy always knows how to bust your face with an elbow, knee your body, and in the clinch he's deadly. So I think Justin Leggett does not have big chances against him, and I predict that Johnny Walker is going to win. For me, he has 65% chances of winning that fight. But Justin Leggett, I think he's not a bad mixed martial artist. His boxing is good. His BJJ is not high level, but he's really good. Moving on to Charles Oliveira versus David Teymur, and for me, probably one of the more interesting fights on that fight card. Like, a little bit unpredictable because David Teymur has incredible Muay Thai kickboxing. He's very strong in the clinch. Knees, elbows in the clinch. He can kick your ass. His kicks are good. His punches are strong. And I feel like he's coming up against one of the more experienced fighters in Charles Oliveira, who holds the record for most submission wins in the UFC with 12. So I do think that Charles Oliveira has probably a bigger chance of winning, but some pluses for David Teymur. David Teymur, when he knocks you down or does something, he's actually quite a smart fighter. He does not follow you down to the floor, trying to knock your ass down like Johnny Walker. That's why I think Justin Leggett might have a bit of a chance. Cause as you can see, let's see what submissions actually he's submitting the people. Rear naked chokes. Arm bars, leg triangle. So he does have a chance if, let's say, Johnny Walker, because Leggett, as I said, he's coming down from heavyweight. He's going to have a solid chin probably. I'm not sure. I could not be sure. So if Walker, let's say, knocks him down. I could see like it's like probably being trying to submit him on the ground. But talking about David Taymor's not going to do that. He stays and waits until he come up and continues to kick you, punch you, and try to clinch you and just do damage. Charles Oliveira, on the other hand, guy's probably one of the best submission artists in the UFC. I see, for me, the best probably three or four. Yeah, they're four. I don't think Fabricio is fighting in the UFC anymore. He's a suspended, but I don't think he's working. Let's say working, in the UFC. But Fabricio Verdum in heavyweight, middleweight, Ronaldo Jacare, welterweight Damian Maya, and featherweight slash his current weight, which is lightweight Charles Oliveira. Oliveira is solid. He's the best, one of the best submission artists, and he knows how to submit David Taymor. If they get on the ground, I feel Oliveira is going to spit him. So for me, it's going to be a grind for Oliveira. He has to grind his ass and try to take David Taymor on the ground and submit him. Either way, David Taymor is a solid fighter. He's a young fighter. Uh, like Oliveira has 12 submissions, or 12 submission wins against different opponents. Taymor has 9 fights. He's nowhere as experienced as Oliveira, but I don't know if there is going to be a KO win. I think it's going to be for Taymor. Taymor can knock out Oliveira, and Oliveira can submit him. This is a little bit like the Conor Khabib fight, but I think Taymor probably, I think he can do good against Mr. Charles Oliveira, but I still think Charles Oliveira is going to win. I'm going to go like 55% for Charles Oliveira. Moving on to, for me, one of again probably the best, submission artist in just ground fighting, because his ground control is really good. Some submission artists, like let's say Nate Diaz, he won't really try to take you down, but Damian Marsh just gotta go for the takedown. He knows how to take you down, and he's fighting against Layman Good. Now Layman Good is fought formerly, I think, in Bellator. He fought Ben Askren. Now Ben Askren is a Khabib type of fighter, wrestler, wrestling clinic type of guy. The guy is amazing. Ben Askren probably top 5 welterweights or slash lightweights slash middleweights, because in ONE FC he fought as a middleweight, but that doesn't matter. So Layman Good was, controlled on the ground by him. But the thing is, Layman Good has also good BJJ. He, I think, almost submitted him with a triangle, but went for the armbar, and that, fucked it up. But that is not going to work against Damian Maya in submission wrestling or BJJ mostly. Damian Maya, I think, is a 2-time world champion, and he's placed 2-time silver. He won 2 times the silver medal against Ronaldo Jacare. I feel Damian Maya is going to submit Layman Good, but there's one pros for Layman Good. He's been he's a great striker. He's a great striker with a great chin, with a great heart. And I felt the UFC is actually trying to do the usual, use all the fighters to push the youngest. And I'm thinking about it. Why are so many of these amazing fighters like Cerrone or Rafael dos Anjos? But Rafael had an incredible run, and he was stopped. But let's say Maya, after Maya got his title shot versus Woodley, which probably the worst title fight. It was boring. Woodley was stuffing takedowns, throwing right hand, knocking Maya down, and running around the octagon. After that, he was fed to wrestlers. These and like they Woodley and Colby, they are quite smart to be fair. Colby incredible pressure, and if he gets you on the ground against Maya, he did not. He was not. Transition. You can't transition versus Maya. He's gonna catch you in something, and you're gonna go, you know, bonkers. You're not gonna do anything. Usman, on the other hand, Maya was trying to actually take him down, and Usman's athleticism and Usman's strength were the factors that helped him stop takedowns. I think Usman actually has 100% of his takedowns. Like he gets stuck every takedown, and the fact is, their striking. Usman's striking was a little bit better than Maya, but Colby's striking was arguably even worse than Maya. But for me, they're using Maya as a stepping stone to feed Lehman Good and push him into the top 10. That's it. That's it, probably. I don't know. But I think Maya has faced a lot of good strikers. He has been KO'd once, and I think it actually is in the middle. It's actually middleweight. Let me check that. Yeah, against Nate Marquardt, who hits, used to hit like a truck. 2009, he KO'd Nate Mark. He KO'd Maya. I think 2013, 2012, he destroyed. I mean, destroyed Woodley. Go check it out. He destroyed him. Elbows, uppercuts, just destroyed Woodley. So Nate Marquardt, he's huge and he's punching power and elbows, and he was great. Nate Marquardt was incredible. But a lot of these decision losses from Maya are actually a lot of split decisions. Let me check. Unanimous split. Jake Shields, another wrestler. Unanimous. No, a lot of unanimous, but yeah, the fights were really close. He's not gonna outpunch you, boy. I mean, Maya probably for me he almost 100. For me, 75% for me is the chance of Maya winning. He is that good. Lemon Good, he's also a good fighter, but for me, Maya is like he's a really big step into competition. Like it's gonna be similar to that fight against Ben Askren, and I feel actually Maya probably is going to finish Lemon Good with a submission. Probably the best fight actually I feel in this card is going to be Renato Moicano versus Jose Aldo. So starting with Renato Moicano, well, let's say normal a guy who watches the UFC, nothing, and like when you see that he does not have a lot of knockouts and TKOs or something, you think this guy cannot punch. That's not true. The guy, for me, pretty much destroyed. I mean, he was beating Brian Ortega, and Ortega caught him in that guillotine and submitted him. But I mean, Moicano was winning the fight against Cub Swanson. I feel his power. He showed his power there. He knocks down Cub Swanson, and instead of trying to ground and pound Cub Swanson, he's a great BJJ artist, and he went for the safe rear naked choke. As you can see, like a lot of his wins, like submission wins, there are with submission, rear naked choke, rear naked, rear naked, rear naked, rear naked, rear naked. And this is probably the best submission to use. It's not that hard to learn, and it is a great submission. His striking is really good. He's improving. For me, still young. He's 29. He's improving. His kicking, striking. He's a really good striker, to be fair. But he is the favorite against the absolute legend Jose Aldo, and people were like, "Oh, Jose Aldo lost against McGregor. Oh, Jose Aldo lost against Holloway." The guy, okay, versus McGregor, he got clipped. It was not a clip. He ran into incredible counter punch and just got destroyed. But the fact is, he never got his rematch, which probably you might say, oh, but he was knocked out first round. Look how many defenses. Look. From WEC as well. WEC. So, like, let's say UFC, okay. Mark Hominick, defense. Kenny Florian, defense. Chad Mendes, defense. Frankie Edgar, defense. Frankie Edgar, the former lightweight champion. The guy came to 145 pounds and challenged Aldo. And Aldo beat him convincingly. The Korean Zombie, defense. Ricardo Lamas, defense. Chad Mendes, one of the best fights. Still defended. After this loss against McGregor, although I think he lost his respect, I don't think a lot of fans think that he's as good as he is actually. And these fights against Holloway, I mean, he performed pretty well. Like the first fight was like he clipped. I think in the first round he clipped him real hard. But yeah, Aldo is still incredible for me. Aldo is definitely going to win this fight. I think Renato Moicano is going to put up a great fight, but Aldo probably like the thing is. For me, Aldo is incredible and very good at 3-round fights. As you know, he was a champion, so he fought a lot of 5-round fights. But his first 3 rounds in each and every fight, they are really explosive. He throws haymakers. He throws these leg kicks. Like people are now talking that Barboza has the best leg kicks. I think people are forgetting that Aldo exists. I know Barboza probably does have the best the kicks, but Aldo in WEC, especially WEC, Aldo was probably the best leg kicker there exists there. You know, guy was incredible. He's for me still good. He's only 32. He should be currently in his prime. He's probably past there, and there are some sad news. I'm not sure if they're true, but he said that he's going to fight Moicano, fight 2 more fights, and he's going to retire. Which for me is like, he's probably not going to get the Max Holloway fight. I think the UFC again are using the big name of Aldo for Moicano. Moicano is really good. I can't deny it. But they're using the name of Aldo to just a stepping stone for Moicano to fight Holloway. I think Holloway should fight Frankie Edgar, who has the cardio to withstand his barrage of punches and has great wrestling. Like probably the best wrestling currently in the division, where Chad Mendes is currently retired. You know, Volkanovski is really good also. Zabit as well. So I feel that 65 or above percent for Aldo for me. He's the winner. He should be the favorite, not the underdog. And the main event is Rafael Assunção Marlon Moraes. The first fight was really interesting. Moraes was trying to counter punch, counter strike, kick him. Moraes kicks. He's like the bantamweight version of Edson Barboza. I think they have trained for like 10 or 15 years or something. So yeah, Marlon Moraes. For me, he is a really good fighter. I really want him to fight TJ. Because Assunção fought TJ, he actually defeated him the first time. It was a split decision, and the second time I think TJ convincingly beat him. So I think they're trying to... Probably this is a title eliminator. Yeah, this probably is the title eliminator for the bantamweight title. I mean, for me, the flyweight champions Henry Cejudo should defend his title against Benavides, and DJ should defend against the winner of Assunção versus Moraes. And Rafael, for me, the first fight was great performance from him. The first fight was a bit boring. It was a 3-rounder. So basically, Assunção was pressing Moraes. Moraes was circling around, kicking him. First round, he was really fast. I mean, his leg kicks are in the bantamweight division probably the best. I think Almeida has good kicks in this division, but Moraes is really solid in this division. Assunção probably in this division the best submission BJJ artist. Marlon Moraes. The interesting thing is Assunção was not trying to take Moraes down, but I think Moraes has more takedowns in the first fight. But the first fight was, for me, the split decision was like, why? I think Moraes actually outstruck him, but the constant pressure that Assunção was, doing was enough to win the fight, it seems. So that's a very important, thing about this fight. For me, Moraes to have a good chance of winning. He could probably knock Assunção out. I don't think he has been knocked out though. He has once, probably in the featherweight division. I feel fadeaway maybe. Let me just check. It probably for me 2011, yeah, he was fighting in the featherweight division. So Assunção in bantamweight, I don't think Moraes can knock him down, but I think this is probably going to be not for me. Fight of the night is going to be Jose Aldo versus Renato Moicano. Assunção versus Moraes is going to be the second best fight, and Assunção is going to press. They're not clinching, but in clinches I feel Moraes is probably going to be better. His all around kickboxing, Muay Thai is better. Assunção probably does have a bit more power in his right hand, so that's a fact. And his submissions, of course, there are a lot, and he's really good at submissions. So if he has a chance to submit Moraes, he's probably going to. But Moraes actually, for me, derailed the hype train, who a lot of people thought that he's going to beat TJ, was Jimmy Rivera. So, interesting things, again, from the first fight, a lot of the head kicks he threw, especially I think in the third round, there was a head kick, particular one. He didn't take them good. I mean, Assunção, they were really hard for him. So my prediction for this fight is going to be Marlon Moraes. I feel he's going to win by unanimous decision or split decision. And that is it. That is a review of this card. I hope you've enjoyed the first video of this channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.